Hey friends, welcome back to another video. My name's Erica. If you're new here, thank you so much for clicking on this video and stopping by. Today for me is Wednesday, May 25th. It is Jackson's last day of school, so I had planned on vlogging this day because it's a fun day and it's one that I love to look back and remember. It's his last day of 7th grade, but I didn't know the heartbreak that would happen yesterday in real time for me. Was the horrific shooting yesterday, and like we've all heard of it by now. By the time you see this video, it'll be like next Tuesday, I think. But whenever like things like that happen, you don't ever want people to think that you're not thinking about it, concerned about it, moved by it, praying about it. But life is still going on and things are still happening. So I pick up my camera and I just hopefully can bring some kind of comfort, direction for those that might be seeking direction. The Bible says that God is close to the brokenhearted, and we are all brokenhearted as a country. I mean, this world is, but as a country and the state of Texas and that community of Uvalde, I can't even imagine the community, the loss in that community and the heartbreak. I mean, if we really as a parent let that in, it's just shatters your heart. I can't imagine. I don't want this video to be heavy, but I wanted to just come on in the beginning and say, that's real life. I've never tried to pretend. I've always tried to show real life, and sometimes it's really heavy. And as we all know, there's a way that only God can turn something horrific, something evil, into something good. And that's what I'm praying, is that he will use this and turn it into something good for these families. Somehow use it to bring about good and change and glory to his name. And that's my prayer, and that's what I've been praying, and I'll continue to pray, that he'll comfort those families and that some kind of good will come out of this. So yeah, my heart is heavy today, but I'm still picking up the camera because this is real life. This is what's happening. And in my life today, Jackson is getting out of school in 30 minutes, and you definitely want to hug your kids a little tighter. And Jackson and I had a talk about this, and it's good to talk to your kids and it's good to listen to them. Obviously, age appropriate. You have to share what you share according to what they can comprehend, and you don't want to scare them. But Jackson and I talked about it, and so I feel good about what we talked about. Yeah, so that is what is happening today. So it is about 11:45, and I am going to go pick him up. He had 2 finals today, and then he is done. He had a civics and a pre-algebra final. We have studied so much this week for each night. He had a final Monday, a final Tuesday, and then 2 finals today, and then he's done. He only had 4, and we have studied so much, and he is so smart. He retains everything that he has learned. It's so impressive, and I've learned so much this week just going over his study guides, and wow, 7th grade, they require so much of kids these days. It is so much. But he has the kind of brain like Marion, where he just remembers everything he's ever been taught. I don't remember what I learned in 7th grade. Are you kidding me? But he remembers everything, and so I think he's going to do great on his finals. He's a good student, so I'm very proud of him. So I told him today when I pick him up that I will take him to get, I actually said, where do you want lunch? And I figured it would be McDonald's or Chick-fil-A, and he first said McDonald's, and then he changed it to Chick-fil-A. So I'm just going to go through the drive-thru and get it. He loves the grilled chicken sandwich, so I'm going to get him one of those, and then we'll come home. And then tonight I am going to be making some of my homemade Pizza Hut pizza, so I'll share that on here. I've made it multiple times, and I've shared it, and sometimes it turns out perfect, and sometimes it turns out kind of dry, so I'm hoping it will turn out perfect this time. You just never know. I do exactly the same, and I don't know what the difference is, but I'll share it. I'll link it down in the description box too. It's really, really delicious. Tastes just like Pizza Hut. The thick crust pizza, the pan pizza, which is my favorite pizza. It's my all-time favorite. And I also got a fun dessert for Jackson that I know he will love, so I'm going to make that. And we're just going to relax and be home. I'm so excited that I don't have to get up early tomorrow. It's my first day to sleep past 7 a.m. and I'm so excited. Anyways, I am going to go get Jackson now, and then we'll stop and get lunch, and I'll pick up my camera. I filmed yesterday my porch decorate with me, or July 4th decorating, Memorial Day, whatever. I finished my video. I had started on Sunday and today is Wednesday, so I just finished it yesterday because we've had relentless rain for the last couple of days. I was hoping to have a little bit better lighting, but it just didn't happen. So hopefully you saw that video. I'll try to link it above in the cards if I remember when I'm editing this video. But it was a good one. I got everything decorated inside last week, and then I got the porch and the backyard, which I think looks so good. Got that decorated, and so we are ready for summer. Now it's the last day of school. We are ready for summer. Even though it is the last day of school and the end of May, it is in the 60s right now, so I'm wearing long sleeves and pants. I may regret this later and have to change, but for now, I don't want to be freezing. This is my sweet Chloe's favorite spot now. She's taken over my recliner, so I have to sort of squeeze in around her. I'll be right back, my loves, okay? I'll be right back, and I'm going to go get Jackson, okay? I'm going to go get Jackson, bring him home. Okay, so I just picked Jackson up from school, but he says he does not give me consent to film him. So we're at Chick-fil-A right now, gonna grab some sandwiches, and then we're just gonna take him home and eat. All right, he scarfed his sandwich down. He said I can film him now. He's
doing a one-handed solve.
Doing a one-handed solve,
which is a lot harder because I'm used to doing
well,
it with 2
it's
hands.
hard. Why are you doing it with one hand?
Because that's an event in the WCA, the World Queuing Association.
Oh.
That's why I'm
Duh.
doing it.
But I haven't eaten yet, so I'm gonna eat my sandwich. He's actually doing it. That's pretty crazy. Oh, it's almost. That is impressive. Just solving one is impressive, but much less one-handed. It took about 3 minutes or so. Crazy.
So that's my record.
So I'm gonna make Jackson this little fun dessert that I found at Ollie's. He loves anything like desserts that are lemon. There goes Belle with her collar hitting the bowl again. Now I realize it because so many have commented. Now I'm starting to catch on that when that's in the video, but now Ollie's over there eating. So like I said in the previous video, they, you know, come in the kitchen when I'm in here, and I'm not gonna take their food and water up because they, you know, they live here. So anyways, I got this at Ollie's. It was 99 cents. I bought it a while back because Jackson's 2 favorite things are cookie dough and lemon. So, and he loves lemon cookie dough. He actually had it before and he loved it. So I've not made these before, but I thought it would be a fun thing to make for him because it's the last day of school. So I've kept it, and it's super easy. You just need butter and water. So I'm gonna go ahead and shape them, you mix it up and shape them into balls and put it in the refrigerator, and then you refrigerate it for a while. So I'm gonna do this so that, you know, later on they'll be ready. It's like 1 o'clock now. Well, they're not the most beautiful cookie dough bites, but Jackson won't care what they look like as long as they taste good. So now I'm just gonna get a couple hours of editing done because it's still earlier in the day. It's like 1:30 and this rug is stuck under the chair. Yeah, I'm vlogging today and I have to edit and upload a video. I don't usually vlog on Wednesdays, but because that's the day I edit and upload for Thursday, unless I'm ahead of the game, but that doesn't usually happen. And what else? I'm vlogging and I have to, yeah. So I also am going to be making the pizzas, which is kind of a process, and also just other things going on. So it's kind of a full day, so I need to like take advantage of this time right now to get some editing done while I can. I also need to like work on my bills and sign Jackson up for soccer camp and lots of things I have on my to-do list, so gotta keep going. All right, I have been editing. I've got my video uploading and I just took these out of the refrigerator. Jackson's gonna try one. I took the tiniest little bite of it. It was so good. So good, right? It's very lemony. You're gonna drop a piece. Do you like the little icing on top? I'm gonna go ahead and start on my pizza. Takes a while to make the dough. You have to let it rise, and I put it in the oven. I'm gonna link it all down below. She has like a post about it, so it's like different recommendations, and I haven't made it in so long I forget, but I think you turn your oven on the lowest setting, and then you heat it for 10 minutes, then you turn it off, and then you can stick your dough in there and let it rise for like 2 hours. I think I'm right. But I'm gonna mix it together first, and then you knead it by hand for 10 minutes. And once I got a KitchenAid, I just put it in there with a dough hook and let it go for 10 minutes. So I'm gonna start with everything, mixing it in the bowl. And since I'm gonna use my KitchenAid, I'm just gonna mix it in that bowl and then set it with the dough hook and let it knead for 10 minutes. Elena came over and was distracting me when I was making the dough, and I totally forgot that I'm supposed to like roll it out and put it in the pan. I just sort of put it in the pan and smushed it out, and the good thing is that when it's rising it fills up the pan. So I'm going to check on them now. They've been in the oven for almost an hour and a half rising, and you don't have to do them. What I did was I set my oven to 170, which is the lowest it will go. I preheated it. I let it run for like 15 minutes, and it preheated, and then I kept it on for another like 5 minutes, and then I turned it off, and then just put the pizza dough in there. So it's kind of like it's a warm place for it to rise, so that's a good technique that always works for me. So, and I learned it from this lady's blog post, although I read it again and she didn't have that information on there, so I just thought I'd share that with you. But I'm gonna check them now and see how much they've risen, because I forgot to roll them out. Hopefully it won't affect like the taste. Also, when I made them in the mixer, when I let it knead the dough, it kneaded it fine, but I kept having to add flour because it was too sticky. So like I said, it's always different, and I don't know why every time it's so different, but hopefully it will taste good. I mean, I know it'll taste good. I don't know if it'll taste just like Pizza Hut or not, but we'll see. I'm gonna take one out and just see if they've risen like they're supposed to, because I did not roll them out. Oh yeah, that looks good so far. So it just fills up the pan. And let's see, I don't need that top holder. Yeah. I'm gonna leave them in there 35 minutes left, and it will have been 2 hours. So I'm gonna go ahead and let them finish their 35 minutes. But I thought that I would give you a little update on my pantry room because I keep getting a lot of questions. Marion made this gigantic blanket ladder for Elena. She asked him to build her one, but she says she's seen them this big. I said I've never seen them this big. They're always like that, you know, like, I don't know, a foot or so, but she actually really loved it. So she said she has lots of blankets and needs a nice big blanket ladder. But anyway, I thought I'd give you a little update on the pantry room. If you didn't know, we are taking this room. Used to be, well, this room has been so many things. It was Michael's bedroom, it was Madison's bedroom, it was Jackson's nursery, then it was his playroom, it was my office, and it was Marion's office for like 6 years or 7 years. So it's been a lot of things, and we've been so grateful to have this room. In fact, when we moved in this house, this wall was not here. We added this wall with a door whenever I was pregnant with Jackson, because we needed to have a space for him where we could shut the door. So we actually added this wall to close off this room. And we actually thought about taking the wall back out whenever we moved Marion downstairs, and that was just one of the options. But anyway, we are going to keep the wall and keep the door on it, and it's going to become my big walk-in pantry, and I am so excited for that. It is our next big project, but projects take time to figure out what you want to do, and they take money, and they take a lot of planning, and I want to make sure that I start it. Sorry, I had to go get something. Projects take a lot of time to plan out exactly what you want. You don't want to do all the work and spend all the money and then it not be what you want. So I always do like so much research before I start a project. And I pretty much know exactly what I want. And then if I can't do it for the price I want, I'll think of ways to like change it to make it more fit my budget and fit my space. And you know, I always, sorry, somebody must have walked by the house. We have the front door open and they're on the porch. Anyway, I have been doing so much research online, looking at what exactly I want. And then I've been taking, like this week, I've been doing all the measurements and like, oh my goodness, let me go get them. Why are we barking? Why are we barking? Huh? Neighborhood watch right here. You are neighborhood watch? He always squishes my pillows. You're so naughty. Why are you so naughty, huh? You gotta be quiet. I know, y'all are just making sure the neighborhood is safe. So anyways, I have been on Pinterest doing my research and figuring out what I want to do. So I'm gonna share with you a little bit of what the plan is. I can't tell you exactly when we're gonna start, but it's definitely, and I know it sounds like a long time, but like this summer is when I want to do it. It's when I want to start it. I want to finish it. I don't want it to drag out. So this room, I measured it the other day, and it's like 11.5 by, or 5.5 by like 11.5. So it's very small, but huge for a pantry, I think, especially for a pantry in a house the size of mine, which is 1,100 square feet. So this was like the old exterior wall of the house, and then they built this room on, and then my laundry room and everything was built on. So this was where the window was. So this is kind of like, I measured, and it's 7 inches deep. So we're gonna keep this here and put, like, I'm gonna paint it all, and it will be used for storage. These shelves can be, you know, adjusted up and down, and I have already planned out what's going to go on here, and it's going to be so nice. And then this wall is going to probably be like a feature wall. I'm not exactly sure, but I don't want to share exactly every detail, but this will be like a feature wall. And then I'm going to have a counter. It's going to go from here all the way down, and it's going to stop, you know, about right here. So it's going to be like a counter space, and then shelves underneath, and then shelves above, and then there'll be wall to wall here, and then almost wall to wall over here. And I'll be able to put all my food up here, all my small appliances. I'll be able to put my recyclables, my pet food, things like water and charcoal. All those things will be able to be stored in here instead of in the pantry they're in now. I'm gonna be painting in here. I'm gonna put new flooring in here. It's gonna be so nice and I'm so excited. Our plan is probably to build a door for it. This is just a, you know, a regular interior door, but we're gonna build like a special door for the pantry. I would love to maybe get a new light. I'd love to have like a little chandelier or something, but I don't know. We'll see if that happens. But that is the plan, and I have been pricing things and picking out like exactly what I want, and I'm excited. And then after that, down the line, we will have our old pantry, so there's gonna be things done with that too. I don't really know, but what I'm thinking is we might rip this whole pantry out. Like we're not going to be moving our washer and dryer from where they're at, because that requires a lot of stuff, and we're just not, that's not in our plans. But I'm probably gonna, well, I say probably Marion and I are gonna rip out the old pantry once we've moved it in there. Can't tell you exactly, but I thought I'd share it because I keep getting a lot of questions about when are we gonna start, and I can't tell you honestly when, but today is the first day officially that school is out, and so summer started, and so that is going to be where my focus will be this summer. I really want to focus on that and get it done.
Now that I'm looking back, I can see all the signs I tried to fill in the cracks that were spread in my mind, but I was all out of hope. Lost in an endless maze, the emptiness had unfolded just like a void, but you broke the coldness somehow and lit up a flame. Ooh, I was done feeling hopeless, screamed out loud because it felt impossible in my bones, like getting blood out of the stone on my own. But you came around and removed the thorn in my soul. You guided me out of the storm. I found home in your arms of gold, in your arms of gold, in your arms of.
So they are ready to go in the oven. I'm just waiting for it to preheat. I always put a little less cheese on one of them because Jackson is not crazy about a lot of cheese. So these two have regular, and then that has a little less. And I just use a bigger pan because I only have two that size. So I just put a little bit more dough in this one when I divide it up. And also in the recipe link down below, they do give us a recipe for sauce, and that might be like what makes it taste like Pizza Hut pizza more. I don't know. I've never made it. I just use the jar sauce and shredded cheese and pepperoni just to make it easy. So yeah, if you try that, let me know if you make them and you try the sauce and it tastes like Pizza Hut, because they do have, to me, they have the best like dipping sauce. It's so sweet and so good. But anyway, these are gonna go in the oven and I will let you know how they turn out.
It's funny how easily a life can be torn apart. Why couldn't I simply see that I was sick at heart and I am in deep debt? The climb we did was unreal. You made me so speechless. I just can't believe it. You broke the coldness somehow and lit up a flame. Ooh, I was my own enemy, screamed out loud because it felt impossible in my bones.
Okay, the pizza was delicious. I had a little trouble getting the big one out of the pan for some reason. I think because it was bigger, I should have maybe cooked it a little bit longer, but because it was definitely less done than the other ones. But I don't know if before I had sprayed the pan, like the sides, you put all that oil in it, so I don't think I sprayed it. But like I said, I was distracted when I was putting it in the pan. So anyway, it tasted delicious. We have tons of leftovers, so we'll have this tomorrow for lunch. But I need to clean this kitchen up.
But you came around and removed the thorn in my soul. You guided me out of the storm. I found home in your arms of gold, in your arms of gold, in your arms of gold. I rise from the ashes,
here. You can tell by the barking. It's open. And
Hi here. Hey. Hello, hey.
I'm always vlogging when you come, but
Nice,
I
nice.
have some more cards for you.
Oh, fun!
I got 2 more cards. Patrick loves the Golden Girls.
I do, all of them.
Stay golden, all of them.
That's right.
Oh yeah, one of the cards is from Australia.
Whoa.
Very cool. He came to get some frozen dinners that my mom bought him for his birthday that he's been storing in my freezer. I also wanted to say, I checked my P.O. box the other day, and Sherry, you sent me the sweetest, beautiful card, and these like homemade bookmarks. I love them. Or that bookmark and then this. So beautiful. You make beautiful things. I can tell that you made these. So thank you. And then this is the front of the card. I love it. And I got two cards from Patrick. One is from Australia, and the other one, where's the other one from?
And the other one is from Kentucky, New Jersey.
Peggy from New Jersey.
Oh, yes.
Yes, Peggy from New Jersey.
Mobile was something that hung over a baby's cot. Show Wadi Wadi. We're cool, huh? I'm not sure I get that. Social networking meant chatting in a pub. Yeah.
This is funny. This is from Australia, so I
Yes.
can tell. Maybe this is something they say there.
Right.
Show Wadi Wadi. I don't know. Show Wadi Wadi.
So fun.
Liz in Australia. That was so sweet. Look at that. 50 and
was.
fantastic.
I love it.
And Peggy, that was a super funny card.
It was.
Super funny card.
Very funny.
The cards just keep coming.
They do, and I don't mind that.
It's the birthday that never ends.
That's true.
Okay, Patrick's gone. Kitchen's clean. I'm going to go ahead and do my floors, but I'm going to say goodnight. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope that you enjoyed this vlog, and be looking forward to my pantry makeover. Marion and I just went in there and actually sat down and talked about it and figured out a few things, and yeah, I'm so excited to get started. So be looking for that. Subscribe if you haven't already. I would love to have you stick around and be part of my YouTube family, and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. All those things really do help my channel to grow and helps YouTube to push my videos out, so I appreciate it more than you know. But I love you guys, and I will see you in my next one.